Hi everyone, welcome back to Landedkiller Show. A little bit tired, a little bit out of it when recording this, but I figured, it's been a while since we had a video on the main channel, and usually every so often I do the kind of video where I kind of give you, kind of the gist of what I'm thinking for the next while, and I'm thinking for the next while, we're gonna change things up, try to do 1 or 2 ship reviews every month or so, and I want to start with probably the Cross of Dorn because I know that I haven't reviewed that as I recently got it. I'm going to give a nice review on that. As for Tech Tree side of reviews, I can review the Midway and the United States when I get a chance here, and probably Fletcher here, but I haven't really played too many battles in Fletcher yet to really have a solid point of reference for review, so I want to wait until I do that, as this is a pretty popular ship and people have very different opinions on it. I kind of find myself kind of mixed with the super ships still. I enjoy playing them, but I don't like their cost. I understand why the cost is there, it's to stop you from playing them and spamming them on the queue all the time. When it comes to where we are now, I realize that not every week we've had a video out, and the explanation behind that is really simple. It's that I'm working 2 jobs at the moment, and I am trying to balance out my rest with my YouTube, so I'm not trying to rush to make videos like I did at one point last year. I think that I pushed myself a little too hard last year, and that's why I didn't really have the best life balance in a sense, but my soft goal is going to be always to try to get a video out on this channel at least once a week. My hard goal is letting it pretty much go for 2 weeks if stuff's going on. And I've noticed that many Warships YouTubers have not done daily uploads unless their name is Sea Lord Mountbatten in their title, or potato quality. I think the reason for that is just simply due to the lack of interest right now in the game from the WoW's YouTubers, with the fact that they get turned off by random battles. It was a whole thing to compare some different charts and graphs, honestly, for the player population, to see what was going on with that with a few people. On the forums, Arxon's basically posted a graph basically disputing and saying no, player numbers are fine, yada yada, and that was pretty much the end of that discussion. As for how I feel about the European destroyers, I've played probably 1 or 2 battles in tiers 5, 6, and 7, and they're alright. I think their whole gimmick is basically faster reloading torpedoes and not as good guns, I think, is the gimmick so far from what I'm getting, but I'm no way going to be spending tons of money on it, because I don't have that kind of money anymore, to be quite frank. I'm hoping to finish up my Dyson grind here pretty shortly, in the next week or so here. Want everything you get done in time. But I'm hoping I can actually grind out a couple of missions before I sit there and get the dockyard. Oh my gosh. These battles are so random at times, it's just crazy. And yes, I got the little battle on button, but I'm not hitting that as I'm too used to doing the old way of things. I'm not grinding anything in particular at the moment. If I have enough experience. No, I do not. I've read the recent dev blogs, and it seems that they're going to be doing a buff on Adriatico and the Japanese light cruisers. Mainly some buffs to how smoke works and how the turning radius, turning the rudder shift time is getting buffed on those Japanese light cruiser a little bit, so hopefully that'll help them actually survive in battle. So that's a positive change. Not really much. There's a whole list of changes in the dev blog. I don't really have the energy to go through right now. I'm just kind of saying, hey, this is what's going on, yada yada kind of a deal. I don't know when I'll get these videos exactly out to you all, if it's going to be the 2nd or the 3rd at this point, but I'm just trying to say, hey, I'm around. If you see all these AR videos, no channel hasn't been handed over to somebody else. It's still me making the content. It's just I'm kind of having Wonder AI kind of fill in on some days when I've been busy to just kind of get content flowing on the channels, honestly. I think the biggest thing, honestly, that we're dealing with now is just lack of time to get videos out when I would like to, you know? It's just crazy. My time is so limited and it's nuts. In the past, you know, we used to be able to have, you know, that extra day in there to actually get stuff done. But now I'm pretty much cramming things into a day and a half to get stuff out. Otherwise, I just don't have time, or I don't have energy to just make content. It's just nuts. But yeah, it's gonna be whenever I can on content for a while, and getting videos out is an important thing for me. You may see channels not have videos on it for months. It's not for lack of trying. It's mainly lack of time. And if I had my way with my time, I would have more of it on my hands and we would be having weekly videos out like we used to. I think what was the peak before I started making all those channels? We were doing like one every 2 days, I think. Way back then. Yeah. But I'm going to try to fill in the gaps with Wonder AI whenever possible, and I'm going to try to think of some interesting ideas for it to make. I think that if you don't use these AI tools, then you're kind of falling behind in the game of content creation. I'm going to try to learn how to use some other AI tools just to help speed up my creative process, you know, in the future. I think right now it's just mainly the Wonder AI that I'm going to mess with because that's what I'm used to using at this point. I already invested in it to have a year-long license in it so I can make content from it for a while. And recently I've expanded the channels to appear on Rumble and Odyssey. Not every content will sync 100% up with those, but most of it should, at least as far as Rumble's concerned. Odyssey kind of does something funny where it has the channels there, but you can't have all of them show up until you reach a metric of 100 subscribers per channel, so I'm gonna do my best to get that to actually happen. Because I would like to see all the channels represented on Odyssey since it syncs better than Rumble at the present time. So maybe I slightly favor Odyssey over Rumble at this point, but maybe that'll change in the future, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just a matter of time before the channels, the other ones, reach 100 subs, but I'm going to keep working on it every day with Wonder AI, and hopefully I'll get there by this time 2 months from now, I think. It's going to take too much to accomplish that goal, but that is one of the goals, is to get the other channels up to 100 subs. That way they can be on Odyssey. But the Rumble content is still there as always. All of the content here on YouTube, but I don't like the changes that the platform has made in recent years with getting rid of the dislike button and basically, how do I say this, not paying attention to when videos are getting copyright struck just because the creator says that they don't like what another creator is doing. So that's why I try to not criticize other creators on the platform as much, because if I do that, then I'm at risk for that, and I really just try to stay in my own space when it comes to things. I don't really have anything against the other creators that make content for ships. They're all pretty decent people. Wargaming just doesn't like Flamoo because Flamoo tends to put a negative spin on things, versus someone like Nonster will put more of a positive spin on things when he's making content actively. Just really depends on who's making the content. Me, maybe I'm negative at times, but it's just because I care about the game and I want to see it get better. I don't like it when things are getting to the point where you can't even have fun in randoms when you're dealing with all the random stuff that goes on with the subs, but it'll get better with time, I hope, and I hope that you all have a great day, and if there is a specific ship that you'd like me to review, please leave it in the comments below. I'm going to try to review requests and get some ship reviews done for the first time in like 3 or 4 months not here, and actually take some time and get some reviews done. So until then, thank you for all your support on the videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.